Welcome to another episode of What Exits Jersey Stories. I'm your host, Nick Franco, and with me, as always,
I'm Pete Riario.
And today we have a very, very special guest, Tom's Rivers' favorite son. Hard to say that one. Tom's Rivers' favorite son, Todd Frazier. Welcome, Todd. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on here, man.
Oh no, thank you for taking the time. I got to ask you, like, growing up in Tom's River, what was that like?
Yeah, it was great. It's a big sports town. It goes with the seasons: football, basketball, baseball, wrestling as well. There's a lot of fantastic athletes that come out of here that are really unheard of. But a lot of guys make their mark in high school and don't do really much after that. But still, a lot of really recognizable people out here. It's in fun town. We got Seaside Park, 15 minutes away, right on the shore. The ocean's right there. We're an hour and 10 minutes from New York. We're an hour and 20 minutes to Philly. Atlantic City is about 45, 50 minutes from where I'm from. And, you can go to Washington, D.C. or Baltimore in 2 hours and a half or 3 hours. So we're into everything. So it's a great town. And, we love each other here. So it's fun.
That's
awesome. Even Al Leiter was from Tom's River, right?
No, I gotta tell you, he wasn't. I always tell everybody always thinks he's from Tom's River. He was actually from Pine Beach, which is two towns down. He went to Central Regional, which is not Tom's River. He tries claiming it. I always yell at him. I tell him,
you're like, you're not from Tom's River.
No, I always make sure I tell him, you don't know, I'm not claiming where I'm from, brother.
I'm gonna have to get some of those internet sites scrubbed then of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say, and Todd does have say over this because your nickname is the Todd Father.
Yes, anything I say goes.
Exactly. Well, where did you get that nickname, Todd?
Yeah, that happened in Cincinnati in 2000, my second year. The fans started calling me the Todd Father, and it just stuck ever since. My first love playing in Cincinnati, and it just clicked. I'm from Jersey. I love The Sopranos. I'm actually going to go watch The Many Saints in Newark on Tuesday. I'm going to watch it before it comes out. I got
sweet
thing I got hooked up with, and I couldn't be happier, to be honest with you.
Lucky you.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that is.
the perks of being like from Jersey and and having a couple of connections.
You got to know somebody. You got to know somebody.
Great.
I gotta say, you also said in Tom's River, very sports oriented town. I saw that. Okay, baseball wasn't always your only sport there.
Yeah.
Football, you were actually on the 1996 Junior Pee Wee National Champions.
Yes. We had a good squad, man. We had a really good team, coached by Jack Ponterero, and I was the running back. I got the ball probably 90% of the time, and I'd either run by you or I'd run around you. So, we didn't lose a game that year, and we ended up winning the whole thing, beating a really good team from North Carolina who wasn't beaten either. And
wow,
we pretty much shocked them because we were smaller, but we were tougher at the end of the day. So we figured it out.
Sweet, yeah. Actually, usually in football, like the mindset usually is a lot of the southern states like Texas, like Carolina, and that, they have usually the big football programs in that. But don't discount Jersey. We've had some great ones, actually.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. So, I mean, a couple of those guys went on to play some significant college ball, but that was pretty much it. But yeah, we had a really good squad, and everybody we loved to hit, and that was our main thing. We weren't afraid of anybody, big, tall, or small. You're gonna feel us. So,
do you stay in touch, Todd, with some of your high school mates that that you were on the football team with?
Yeah. I mean, I have a group text with a couple guys, and excuse me. Yeah, we do. We talk about Rutgers actually a lot. I have a Rutgers text. I have a high school text, and then everybody cheers me on and stuff. So it's everybody's doing well, and it's a fun group. I wish I could go back in high school. I had a really good time at Tom River South, and I really enjoyed it.
Huh,
Oh,
great.
awesome, awesome. I got to ask you, like when you were playing baseball at Toms River South, did you actually start seeing like the scouts in the stands, like when you were playing after a while? Like, was that like a commonplace thing, or?
Oh, without a doubt. And that started my sophomore year on, and it grew from one guy to 5 guys. And then my senior year was like 15, 20 at each game. So yeah, I remember guys at Rutgers, same thing. When I went to Rutgers, it was every game. And the guys there thanked me because actually, I had probably a little bit to do with it, but I had 6 other guys get drafted and get an opportunity to play in the big leagues as well from that team, which was pretty neat.
That's awesome. Actually, you hold a lot of the you're in the top 6 of every offensive category at Rutgers. When you ended there.
Nice.
Like you were in top 6 in every offensive category but one. Do you know which one it was?
Offensive, I would say triples.
That's the one. So what happened,
nailed
Todd?
it.
And you know what? I was pretty fast when I was in college too, because I would hit them over the fence. That was the problem. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, you can't make it to 3 when you're going for 4.
That's right.
100%. 100%.
But rewinding a little, back in Little League, like what do you remember about like starting? Well, actually, like just getting into baseball itself. What are your first memories as far as like playing? Like first Little League team. Like what was your inspiration? Was it just all your friends were playing, your brothers were playing?
Yeah.
Watching the Yankees? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was probably my brothers. I tried doing everything they did, and eventually I surpassed them in pretty much everything just because of them. They always wanted me to be the greatest. They would never settle. Even in basketball, they're like, all right, if we're playing street basketball, you're not playing with your friends. You're playing with people my age or their age. So I always played with greater competition. I was never afraid of them, never backed down. And eventually, as we got older, I was the youngest guy, but I was the first one picked in all the games we played. So I got to give it to my brothers. So, yeah, and I enjoyed watching Paul O'Neill growing up. I mean, they were always on TV, the Yankees and the Red Sox, and I really, really enjoyed when they played each other.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, does that have anything to do with your number throughout most of your major league career being 21?
Sort of, yes. Sort of. So, yeah, Paul O'Neill was 21, and that's definitely part of it for sure.
Awesome.
Great.
But now, back in Little League, like I'm sure, like your first major exposure, like for a lot of people, was 1998.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, where you were. It was the Toms River East American Little League All-Star Team.
Yes.
Like, what was it like being part of that team? Before we get into like the main part of the story there, but like between like your whole Little League career, like like all the teams that you may have been on, what was it like being part of that particular team?
Yeah, well, we kind of knew. My brother went in 95. He went to Williamsport Jeff in 95, and we were 9 years old at the time. And I was with Joey Franceschini, our second baseman, and R.J. Johansson, our center fielder, and we kind of told each other, like, "Lo, guys, this is it. This is Mecca. We need to come here." We won everything from 8 years old on, and we didn't miss a beat. So for us, it was time. So we had to get ready to go, and we had a couple, a lot of fortunate, lucky bounces our way, but at the same time, we were really good. And Jesus, lo and behold, we won the whole thing. I don't know how we did it. I don't know. The stars were blind. I had no clue, but we did.
Did it have anything to do with the stuffed gorilla?
No, had some magic in there for sure, without a doubt.
Now, did the gorilla have a name?
Well, we just call it. Our nickname was the Beast from the East. I don't think we named him. We just called him the Beast, I guess.
Okay, so that's where Beast from the East came from.
Oh, without a doubt.
I watched that ESPN reunion you had with your fellow players there, and it seemed like there was such a great camaraderie on that team. Did you also, feel that, or was that a truth, or?
Yeah, without a doubt. We'd have a home run derby every practice, a fielding contest. Our practices were fun. Our coaches made it fun, and we were 11 and 2 11-year-olds and all the rest 12-year-olds, and we were just having a blast, just wanting to play the Little League baseball. And fortunately, we're the last one standing, and we had a camaraderie. Everybody loved each other, which was great. Usually, there's it could be some tension, but
of course,
not with our team. We were fun. We had a fun time.
Now you had a question, Todd, and like you don't know how you guys won the whole thing. Does 9 for 15, 4 home runs, a grand slam, 10 RBIs, 11 runs, playing shortstop, going 4 for 4, and then being the winning the pitcher that had the game-winning strikeout? Does that have anything to do with it?
Sure, I'll say some of it. Yeah, that guy.
One-man army.
God bless him. I bet he made him to be a major league player one day, that kid there. But yes.
I don't know who we're talking about. Let me look up his name. Oh, Todd Frazier. Okay. Yeah, you might know him then. I don't know. Might be related.
That's kind of when I took off, man, in baseball, to be honest with you. I took off, and I didn't look back after that. I just kept going up and up. And I said, I want to be a baseball player. And eventually, and I tell kids, I said, when your dreams come true as you get older and you dream something and it comes true, there's nothing better.
Awesome.
Can't imagine.
Yeah. And I can imagine now also as being part of that Little League team on I think what was it, September 1st? Yeah, September 1st, 98. You guys actually got to go to Yankee Stadium and line up with your counterparts.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was unbelievable. Derek Jeter, and I think it was his 4th or 5th year, man, and he was a stud. Still a young puppy at the time, but it was really unique. I think Chuck Knobloch was to the right of me and Luis Sojo to the left, so I got to meet 2 out of the guys as I got older too. I didn't see Chuck Knobloch when I got older, but it was really unique. That Paul O'Neill actually came to us and signed autographs, which I didn't even need anything else after that. So it was,
wow.
It's like mission fulfilled.
Yeah, it's funny, Todd. I read a story about Mike Trout that he also, he was a big Derek Jeter fan, and that when he was a rookie, he actually got a chance to play against the Yankees, and he actually, when he was standing, I think on it might have been on third base, but he actually said to Jeter, hey, will you sign this baseball for me as a rookie? And Jeter actually did that for Trout. He signed it and gave it to him post game. So it's like he also got to live, I guess, that dream of like one day meeting some of his heroes, right?
Yeah, and I was very fortunate to play in my first All-Star game and Derek's last All-Star game. So
yeah, and in fact, like when the Yankees played Cincy, actually, I think you were their representative in they had like a ceremony for
his farewell tour. I walked out and gave him his present from Cincinnati. We took a picture. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it's awesome. And I pinch myself every day of what I've been through in baseball, and hopefully what can happen in the future. Maybe I'm not done yet. We'll see.
Good for you.
That's awesome. That now, going on to the actually. Speaking of the major parts here, you actually got drafted twice.
Yes.
What was that first one like a surprise? Like right out of high school, it's like, oh yeah, the Rockies have selected you in the 37th round. It's like what?
Sorry. Yes. For me, a lot of guys get that done. To be honest with you, they take you in the later rounds if they got more money left over, which you really wanted. They'll call you and say, hey, listen, this guy didn't take it. We have, just say, I think I was looking for like $500,000 at the time. They didn't have the money. But if they did, I might have thought about going to Colorado Rockies. But once you get drafted that low, you kind of know you're going to college. And then you get drafted once more when you turn 21. So it's kind of a unique experience because, a guy like Al Leiter's son, he was going to college no matter what. And he could have made $3, $4, $5 million out of high school. But now he made $8 million because he made a choice to go to college, which is pretty. Doesn't happen to many people, but to him it definitely did.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And now, getting drafted now by the Reds, first round rather than 37th round.
Yes.
What was it like in like basically the anticipation of like waiting for your name to be called? Like,
yeah, that was
describe that.
it was tough because my agents called me. He's like, you might go 18th, you might go 24th, you might go 28th. This team, and then all of a sudden he told me you're not going no later than 38th pick, and that was to the Padres. And lo and behold, the 34th pick or the 37th pick, and the Padres, they were ready to sign me, but they said you might go earlier, be ready. And he called me and said, the Reds scooped you up, and you're going to Cincinnati. So yeah, it's a back and forth battle. You're texting your agent like, "What the hell's going on here? What's this? What's that?" And you know, first round supplemental pick was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Like now, was there any like hope of like, oh, okay, you know, like particular teams drafting you? Like, you know, it's like, oh, I hope I go to X.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I would like to stay close to home. Yankees, Mets, you know, Phillies. But you know, it worked out for the well. I played for both those teams besides the Phillies. Thank God, they're a pain in the butt. But, that's tough living over there. But at the end of the day, I got to fulfill many people. I mean, there's only like 60 or 70 people that ever played for their, you know, maybe even less for the Yankees and Mets. And I got both jerseys hanging in my man cave, which is pretty unique, especially being from Jersey.
That is pretty sweet. Now, as a Red, like I know there's standout moments like everybody knows. To you, what was like one of your favorite moments on being with the Reds?
Oh man, there was a whole bunch because I played for them the longest. Besides the home run derby, I mean, you can't beat that at the end of the day. I would say I had my first walk-off home run there, and I think that's pretty unique. Not many people get to say that. And
that was versus Atlanta, right?
Yep, versus Atlanta Braves. And it was pretty cool. You dream about that, playing in the backyard, playing with your buddies. 3-2 pitch, you know, walk off. And it came true. So that was pretty exciting. Clinching the division in 13 was awesome. Yeah, there's got to be a bunch more, but off the top of my head, you know, hit my first home run there too. I think it was pretty unique.
Yeah, that was versus Zito, right? I think was the pitcher.
Hey, you did your homework. I tell you right now.
I try. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. You have Cy Young Award winner too. Big curveball. Took him deep.
Awesome. And
cool.
Now you mentioned the home run derby. That was what, 2015. Well, actually 2014, you were in the derby and came in second.
Yes.
But then next year, not only are you an all-star, but you're also the major league representative of the All-Star game.
Yep.
And on top of it, your brother, it's your brother Chuck, right?
Chuck. Yep.
Yeah. He's pitching to you, and you win the home run derby at your home stadium.
Yeah. Couldn't be more perfect, right?
Yeah, everything worked out perfect again. And then my other brothers on the sidelines, they're hyping me up. I called him my hype man at the time. So, everything worked out perfectly. I wasn't losing that match because it was something. It worked out beautiful. The fans, they pretty much willed me to win. They were so exciting, and I still get people this day every couple of weeks always says that that's one of their best moments ever in Cincinnati, and I love them, man. Thank you, Cincinnati, always.
Oh yeah, and do you realize you were the first player in 25 years to do that?
Yeah, I know. Ryan Sandberg, he won it, but he won like 2-0. So there's only
slight difference.
I don't even think you count that one, man. That's a tough. I hit like 30 something home run, 40 homers. So whatever, it is what it is. I'm just joking, but home run derby wins a home run derby win.
Yeah, and actually, you were in the home run derby again, and you came in second versus Giancarlo Stanton. But do you also know that the two of you, as the 1-2 in the final, have the highest amount of home runs?
I know that's going to change with Pete Alonso. That guy's hitting them to the. But
need to slow him down.
I'll take first place for now, and I think Pete might have broke that this year, so we'll see.
But you know that was pretty awesome. Like again, we were hoping for the repeat, but you know, like it was still incredible to watch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, like with your other teams, like okay, from Cincy you went to. Oh, actually, no. One more thing on Cincy, I got to bring up.
Yeah.
May what was it? May 12th, I think it was.
Huh?
May 12th, 2012. You had an interesting day.
Okay.
I'm
trying to remember.
Okay. That evening. Whoop. You still there,
Yes.
Todd? Okay. No problem. That evening or afternoon, you actually you had a home run that not many people can hit a home run this way. The I don't know what you call that. The thrown bat home run.
Oh yeah, I actually did watch this.
Oh man, it's foggy right now again.
Yeah, it's where the bat flew out of your hands, but it connected and it still hit like into the left field stands.
The internet again. It's
Oh
robot.
no! Oh
man.
no!
Shoot.
I don't know, Pete. Do you want to tell him where the throw bat home run?
What? I'm sorry, Nick. I can't hear you. What?
Oh, you can't hear me either?
No. Do you hear him, Todd, or no? Nick, talk.
No, Todd doesn't hear me.
Huh.
Todd, you want?
No.
I can hear you, but it's very robotic again. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
No,
it's okay. This is strange.
Do you want to try calling back, Todd, just to see? Maybe it'll reset it again.
Well, I know Todd's got to go in a couple too.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask him, Pete?
Yeah, because what he called ASU Chris is saying that I hear you all clear.
Okay. But Pete, do you want to say about May 12th?
You're talking, but I don't understand a word you're saying.
Can you hear me, Pete?
Yeah, whatever. It's kind of garbled, Nick, which is weird.
Crud.
I got you now.
Okay, you can hear me now.
All right, good.
Okay,
Nick.
cool.
Yeah, that's a good word of putting it. It was gargled. That was a very good word.
Yes.
There we go.
That's my dictionary
Sorry.
word
I'll
for the
put
day.
down the Listerine here.
All right, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
May 12th, 2012. You had the thrown bat home run. Do you remember that?
I threw the bat. I threw the bat when? I'm trying to remember.
Well, I think it was May 12th. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure. It was. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was May 27th. May 27th, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, you had the thrown bat home run.
Oh yes, against Jamie Moyer. All right.
Now he's got it.
Now we're good. Yeah, man. It was a sticky day, and it's weird. It's like you feel like you don't need as much stickum, but I put too much on my gloves, and you'd think your hands would stay stuck, but it's not. It actually made them slicker. And I threw. The old saying is throw the bat head and throw the hands and good things will happen. Throw the bat head to the ball, and that's what I did, and I got lucky. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. I've never seen anyone else hit a home run that way. So.
No hands. On impact, the knob of the bat was off my hand by an inch. It was unbelievable. So I really hit a home run by throwing the bat at the ball.
And if I'm not mistaken, that same day, didn't you save a man's life with the Heimlich maneuver?
I don't. It wasn't the same day, but that was in Pittsburgh. The other one was at home in Cincinnati. But yeah, crazy. I don't know. I've just been through I've been through it all. It's nuts.
I was gonna say your life is just.
One thing about that, I saved him with the Heimlich. I've never heard from him since that day, which is kind of social, especially with social media. Maybe he just didn't want to be seen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's one of these people that just doesn't do the social media at all. Like.
Yeah. No, there's something going on. I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of the spotlight now, so I'm just trying to relax.
and also for Cincy 2012, you were the National League Outstanding Rookie by the Major League Players Association. You were nominated. Not nominated, but you won. Yeah.
That was probably better than getting it because the sports writers pick who the Rookie of the Year is,
right?
Which is pretty silly because it's kind of political. There's some homers and guys like picking a guy they like. Some guys only get to see me play 3 games out of the year. So it's like, they're looking at stats instead of looking at who's better. But yeah, I'll take that every day of the week. That's voted on by the players. And that should be who the true winner was. But unfortunately it wasn't. But at the same time, I have that hanging in my man cave, which is pretty cool too as well.
I'm going to jump now because I know you got to go in a couple minutes here. So, You got to play for the Yankees. You were traded from the White Sox to the Yankees.
Yes.
And you got to be on that incredible run to the championship series.
Yeah.
And I got to say, you were kind of like an extra coach on that team. You were getting the guys amped and going, and making the plays and and whatever was needed for that team.
Yeah, I mean, whatever was needed. When you're in the playoffs, anything goes. I'm a big believer in momentum. I'm a big believer in it being excited and emotion, having tons of emotion and talking the whole time. That's how I grew up. If you weren't talking in the dugout, you weren't playing. So you have to chatter and bring your all. And that's what I tried doing, whether it was coaching up some guys or being ready to play third base or coming for a pinch hit. Unfortunately, the Astros cheated, and we didn't get our chance to win a World Series. I feel like that's gets swept under the rug. Everybody's like, move on. Well, why should I move on? You cheated me. So, and they got away with it. And man,
I know what you're talking about.
Right.
And not just because I'm a fan for both the Yankees and the Mets, but no, they cheated.
Yeah. I mean, Pete Rose, he what did he gambled for his team, but he still can't get in the Hall of Fame. I know that's bad. Don't get me wrong, but these guys use computerized chips. They use microphones. They use cameras.
Yeah, stealing signs and
to
everything.
win ball games. I think that's even worse. And
you think to yourself, right, like how different the outcome would have been had none of that happened, right?
I believe we would have been World Series champs, but
right.
I believe it too.
It is that was my last chance, or my only chance, if you want the truth, to make it to a World Series, and it would have been East meets West with the Dodgers. I thought that'd have been awesome.
Yeah, and that would have been a classic too, because Yankees Dodgers back from, I know you're a little young. I'm the old guy. Well, actually, no, Pete's the oldest guy here, but
Brooklyn Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah, no, not just with the Brooklyn Dodgers, but I remember the '70s series against the Dodgers, with Reggie and Thurman and
Dusty Baker, I think, was on that team.
God, Goose Gossage,
Ron
Guidry.
Legend.
Those teams were incredible.
No doubt about it.
And Todd, wasn't your first home at bat was against the Reds in Yankee Stadium, or?
Yes, it was. Bases loaded.
But then you hit was it a triple or?
One run scored, but they turned a triple play. It was probably
wow.
The worst thing that ever happened, but a plus came out of it. We scored and still won the game, which was good.
Right. God, that had to be electrifying. I mean, to do that, on your first at bat, right?
Yeah, it was different. It was different for sure.
Yeah.
Again, we're going to speed through this because you got to go. But again, with the Mets, one awesome thing you actually got to do with the Mets, your lifetime major league ERA is 0.
Boom.
Your WHIP is 0 because you threw a K as a pitcher for the Mets.
You threw
a scoreless inning.
I was the only one that day to go 1, 2, 3 inning. We gave up so many runs. Every pitcher that came in either gave up a run or didn't have a 1, 2, 3 inning. I went pop out to center, line out to center, strike out, and I was dealing. I didn't want to get off the mound. 13 pitches. It was money, man. I'll never forget it for as long as I live.
Wow.
Another real quick. What was it like playing for the United States in the Olympics?
Oh man, that was the best. The culmination of my career. I wish everybody can understand what it means to play for your country. I couldn't have been more excited. As an older guy in the team, it was just so much fun. Too bad we couldn't win the gold. Japan won it fair and square. Don't get me wrong, but
no, I got you. But
silver medal. Nice.
I got to ask you though. Do you think any of the guys were any of the guys on the Japanese national team there from the Little League World Series of 1998?
No.
That would have been interesting.
That would have been crazy. But I think that the town, Kashima, Japan, wasn't that far off. So if there could have been fans, maybe I could have met up with a couple of the guys and had a root beer with them. That would have been funny.
Is the silver medal hanging in the man cave?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still showing it off to people. So probably in the next couple of months.
Awesome.
And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Congratulations. And thank you. Thank you for representing our country.
No doubt, man. It was a beautiful thing. Thank you.
Okay. I know now you also have, you've had for a while, but Frazier baseball.
Yeah.
You want to explain that really quick? Because I know for the kids that want to be a Todd Frazier, what can they expect from Frazier baseball?
Yeah. My brother Charlie runs it. I do a lot of camps with him when I'm home, and they had a bunch of teams, and then that didn't, the teams went on and moved on to another organization. But He runs camps, lessons, and it's a big ordeal over here in Toms River and in the tri-state area. We get hundreds of kids coming to camps. We actually have one coming in October, early October. So we're really excited. I think we're doing it at Montclair State. I don't remember the exact date, to be honest, but it's going to be a great time no matter what.
Sweet. And you're teaching these kids like the fundamentals and
fundamentals, getting out there, playing games, making sure they're in the right position to field the ball, to hit a ball, and try and perfect their craft no matter what age you're at.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
And lastly, what's next for Todd Frazier? Do you think you might get into, say, like coaching or sportscasting, or I don't know, what's next?
Yeah, it's another good question. I'm gonna take this year off. I might want to try and get on one more team. I think I owe it to myself, if I want to do it. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I want to be with my family, though. I know that I want to be around them more, and hopefully something works out and we can figure something out, because I don't know how much longer I can be at home, without doing something, because I'll get bored. But with my kids, they keep me on my toes, so I'll figure it out.
That's awesome.
And just keep on moving forward.
That's awesome. And also, just like one last thing, yeah, that was awesome. Your nephew being in the Little League World Series this year.
That was cool.
Uncle Todd in the Olympics, and him in the Little League World Series.
It was a great summer for the Frazier family, through and through, for sure.
Yeah,
awesome.
What a storybook life, man, you've had. It's great.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You got to go, but thank you so much for this
thank you, Todd.
No
appreciate
worries,
your
guys.
time.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast.
Yes,
excellent.
And thank you to my beautiful wife, Tracy, for putting this together.
Trace on the case. That's my girl. Thanks for my fight. I love it.
Hey, Todd, good luck with all your endeavors, man.
Thank you. You guys too.
You, Todd.
Thanks again.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Now, Pete.
That was fun, Nick.
That was a lot of fun. Again,
yeah, he's such a good guy, man. You could tell, like, he's enthusiastic and passionate. That's what I really thought came across in the interview,
Definitely.
His passion for the sport, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, also, I feel bad. The technical.
The technical debate's okay.
but I'm glad we got to speak with Todd. It's amazing,
yes.
And there's so much more we could have gone through in his career. But
sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's that?
No, I'm saying you hit the highlights, so that's the good thing.
He was talking about Pete Rose. Pete Rose has hit over 4,000 hits. Well, Todd himself has hit over 1,000 hits in the major leagues. So
right,
that's no small feat. So
interesting that he says that he'd like to try out one more time, right? I know he's a free agent now.
Yes.
Was he at Pittsburgh, the last team?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
The beginning of this year, he was with Pittsburgh. Right. But then they were going to option him, down to the minors. But he chose instead to become a free agent, of which time actually led to him being part of the international with the Olympics.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So it'd be great just to see him kind of like a last hurrah, and I almost felt like he's like saying like, it'd be nice, he wants to spend more time with his family. Well, how great would it be if, someone like with a, a local team that we may know, like
exactly.
That begins with an M or a Y, kind of had him back, for one last hurrah. It would be nice to see.
Very much so.
Right.
Now, Pete, you also, I know, when we had Elliot on, you had a game, and you were preparing a game for today. So,
correct.
Let's play a game. We haven't done it.
We didn't. I mean,
we did Elliot Tony,
was.
But
Elliot was so fascinating that it was just impossible. I mean, and we spent an hour and a half with him, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And it was just there wasn't. I wanted to play one of the games with him, but that we normally do at the end of our shows. But it just he had so much fascinating material about his career that we didn't get to it. So here's the game we were going to play with Elliot Kalin.
Okay.
I call it Cinematic Landfill. Now, listen, I love my Garden State, and it's just it's a joke about it being a landfill. We know it's not.
We know.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. In other words, like, they don't know our Jersey. So these are fantastic films that are, shot in New Jersey. Well, maybe some not so fantastic, actually. But just so people know, like, The Irishman was filmed here. That's Scorsese's picture. Joker was filmed in New Jersey. Now, again, I think certain scenes. I'm not saying the
Right.
entirety
Yeah,
of the
not
film.
necessarily always full movies, but major scenes and such
Yes,
of these films were filmed in Jersey.
correct. Yeah, The Wolf of Wall Street, another Scorsese film, The Godfather. I'm sure you probably knew that, right, Nick?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
portions were filmed.
That was actually I think on our movie episode we talked about the scenes by it was near Liberty State Park. They
Yes.
were there.
Yeah, you're right on that. And Goodfellas, if you're seeing a pattern here with Scorsese films in Jersey, you
Scorsese,
are a
mob
winner.
films. Hold on a second. And wait, hold on. The Many Saints of Newark is coming out this year. Oh, wait, no.
So anyway, these are films that are really I call it cinematic landfill because of the films themselves were not critic darlings at all. In fact, probably hovering around the 0% Rotten Tomatoes meter, well, between 0 and 10. So let's start off and why they think in making these movies. Thank you. That was a terrible joke, was it? Right. Anyway, people are like, what is he talking about? All right, Wawas are all over New Jersey. It's our 7-Eleven. Yes. Here we go. A magical film. Oh, Chris, we got you?
Yep. Hi. Chris is back.
I didn't have the screen on because I was reading, but now I see him. He has magically appeared. All right, so it's a magical film, yet at times also a silent film. Magicians stalked by a lunatic, shot in Atlantic City and Brigantine. Can you guess the name of the movie?
Wait, Magicians stalked by a lunatic.
A magical film, yet at times also a silent film. Magicians stalked by a lunatic.
No Country for Old Men. Come on now, guys.
It's a pretty good guess.
Let's see. I don't think The Prestige was necessarily silent or.
Marcel Marceau Goes to Newark. No,
yeah,
all right, do you want the answer?
Meets Harry Houdini. Okay, what is it?
It's Penn and Teller Get Killed.
Oh!
Which probably like nobody remembers.
I remember about that film. I've never actually seen it, but I know of that film, the premise, and the whole. Oh wow, I forgot that. Huh. That was filmed in Jersey.
Yeah, it shot in Atlantic City and Brigantine, New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Brigantine, very nice area. You will never get this one, but that's okay. We'll have fun with it. A 1981 slasher movie. This film follows a group of college students who are stalked and murdered in Cape May during their graduation party by someone wearing a GI uniform. The killer is depicted as a war veteran from World War II and responsible for killing his ex-girlfriend in 1945. In 1980, he went on a killing spree at the anniversary of her death. This starred Lawrence Tierney, who played Joe Cabot in Reservoir Dogs. I think that was the older guy, right? In Reservoir Dogs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Wait. Let's see.
That's an old serial killer? Just putting that into context?
It's like one of those like old-ass slasher movies that...
Yeah, at the height of the slasher...
A Friday the 13th wannabe.
Yeah. Was that... No, that wasn't Prom Night, right?
No, but you have that first initial correct.
Oh, crap.
And then the P is correct. I don't think you're going to get this because it's such an...
The crazy thing is, I know this...
You might even remember like the movie poster if you saw it. Yeah, so did I when I looked it up.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I got nothing.
I mean, these are difficult questions,
it's not
so
My
I don't expect anyone to get them.
It wasn't Blood Beach. It wasn't.
No, Blood Beach. Oh, I had that on VHS. Thank you for reminding me of that movie. That was like these underground worms, like Tremors, almost, right?
Pulling people down the sand. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a cool idea.
I forget. Pete.
All right, Nick. It's The Prowler.
Prowler. Okay.
Prowler.
All right.
Damn it.
Here's one you may or may not get. Unlike the baby switch by Zira in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, the switch in this movie occurs with a bag containing proof of a mob hit. Now, this was filmed in New Jersey, but in my notes I do not have where in New Jersey, but it was.
Proof of a mob hit.
It's not. Eight heads in a duffel bag, right?
Yes, very good, Nick. 2002
nice.
film. Wow, you pulled that out. Bravo, my man. Bravo.
That was your first guess. What?
Yeah, how did you do that? Gosh darn it. All right, here's our last one. The model in this 1981 erotic thriller would have loved to hear "the plane," so she could get the hell out of her never-ending epidermis construction nightmare from an obsessive Carl Kinski, played by a young Bruce Dern. Filmed in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I gave you a clue in that.
Yeah.
As to the name of the film. You want to hear it again?
Well, no. I'm trying to focus on that clue. Like, I'm just wondering if the title is that word or if it's just one of the words in the title.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously not epiterminal speed.
No, but very good guess.
I'm okay. Is it called just Tattoo?
Yes, Nick. Very good. Ding, 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 man. And what prizes do we have for him, Chris?
A beautiful vacation to the wonderful island of Guam.
You get a shared universe cozy, keeping your beer cool at day and night. Is there a cozy for a shared universe or not?
I don't know. Is there?
We should get that because we have so many beer podcasts. That's
I was gonna say, and you guys
that should be a no-brainer.
Also, aren't you like still sponsored by Ross Brewing too?
Yes, we are.
So
yeah,
I was gonna say I see a joint venture right there.
Very good. They can have that. I don't want any, residuals. No. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Just 1% royalties.
Royalties. That's what I was looking for.
No, just a free cozy. That's it.
Right, exactly. Just give me one free cozy.
One free cozy. That's all
That's
we
all
ask.
I need. Chris, did you manage to sneak yourself in a cameo like Ming did into the new Kevin Smith Clerks?
I didn't get to do it. I'm pretty sure everyone else around me and their mom got to.
I know, right?
And the biggest thing was you didn't ask. And I was like, who's... You don't just ask. You don't ask.
Oh. Ouch.
But I got to see all the behind the scenes, and that was cool.
That's good. Awesome. I can't wait for Clerks.
And it was nice actually seeing you a couple of weeks ago, too, Chris.
I know.
It was for KP Burke, our friend.
Oh, yeah, the Smodcastle, right?
Yeah, at Smodcastle. He's the host of American Loser, but he actually filmed and, going to have an album coming out from his shows at Smodcastle. It was Escape from Jacksonville was the title of the...
I love that.
...of the show.
And it was Escape indeed.
Yes, and it was fantastic. So thank you, Christian, and the gang for putting that together. That was awesome.
That was amazing. Could you believe 2 sold-out shows? Not just one.
Wow.
2.
Yes, and I was at both. Yay!
Yes. You even, in the beginning comic, actually picked you for the first one of it.
Yes, Jackie Byrne.
Yep.
That's great.
Who's actually Pete from our neck of the woods? She's from Paramus.
Oh, get out! Fantastic.
But it's kind of cool. That day, I also got to do something that probably not many people can say they've done. I was down in Belmar that day with my karate dojo. Shout out to Maywood Karate, Maywood Academy of Okinawan Karate on Pleasant Avenue in Maywood. But anyway, we had beach day, and from there I rushed up to Leonardo for the shows. The problem is there was no place to really do a change over there in what you call Belmar, because like they also had some events going on. Like one of the places that probably I normally could have changed, there was like a whole thing going around because it happened on September 11th.
Yeah.
So they were having like ceremonies. So I'm like, oh yeah, excuse me, let me cut through the bagpipers and go through. But yeah, so basically I have the distinction of changing at the quick stop.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but it's true.
No, here's the interesting thing. The quick stop itself does not have a public restroom. I got to change in the cooler.
Oh God, that's great, man.
Yes,
Wow.
I got to change in the cooler of the quick stop.
Oh man,
That.
too funny.
Oh man.
That was fun. And again, it's just one of those like, okay, talk about your Jersey stories. Yeah, I was down the Jersey Shore. I didn't have a place to change. Going to to an event next to the quick stop, and had to change in the cooler of the quick stop. So I had to make sure I was over enough so that someone not reaching for like a milk, like, oh, hi in there,
That's also the Smodcastle green room, by the way, for guests. I don't know if
Is there anything else that you want to do, Pete? Anything you want to add, or?
No, not really. I think that kind of wraps it up on my side. So we got a tight 45 minutes there. It's good.
Yeah, and now for people that are also looking for Todd Frazier, you can find him on Twitter at this is the best name for a Twitter handle. He is FlavaFrage21 at Twitter.
I didn't get a chance to tell. I didn't get a chance to tell Todd, but I wanted to say, that when I was doing like research, that when I went to all his YouTube videos, and there's a lot of, and whether it be highlights from his career with Cincinnati or with the Mets or the Yankees, the love for that guy in the comments section, both when he was playing for them and current, is just incredible. Usually change teams, that there can be some resentment, but for him, man, it's just that this guy was so well liked and appreciated during his stint for all these teams. I wanted to tell him that, like, he, I'm sure he's aware of it.
Yeah, but you definitely can see it, just like as he presented himself today. Yeah. He is just that good of a guy.
Right. Yeah.
That's just the best way to put it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And again, and if you read some of those things, like some of those other events that happened, again, like Save the Guy choking.
Mm-hmm.
The Cincinnati Reds actually had a bat boy, like a what was it? He was a like a ceremonial bat boy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the National Enquirer bat boy.
Bat boy.
What do they call it? The Midnight Sun. Bat boy spotted.
Yes, they had an actual bat boy.
The ceremonial bat boy. Yeah.
8-year-old vampire running around Red Bank, New Jersey. Bat boy. Wear garlic, ladies. Go on, Nick. I'm sorry. I've completely.
Oh, it's okay.
I've derailed this entire conversation.
It's okay. No, but actually, the Reds, they actually had a ceremonial bat boy for the one night, who actually had Down syndrome.
Oh.
And Todd hit a home run for him. Like actually, I guess, I don't know if it's one of those like Babe Ruth like predicted the home run thing, but he hit a home run for that guy.
That's a great story, Nick.
Yeah, wow. It was really cool. Like you can see the footage. If you look that one up, like basically, if you play the one where Todd hits the thrown bat home run, a lot of times it's followed by that one.
Okay.
How many times do you hear someone's throwing a bat and is cracking it out of the park?
Never.
Exactly.
And when you watch the footage of that, it's like so funny because it looks like the ball is just gonna like drop in, I don't know, like somewhere in center field, but it just keeps going,
Yeah. No, it goes into like center left.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And what's funny is the announcers. I think one of them was Al Michaels. He's saying, it's like, a broken bat home run, and then his other announcer is like, yeah, I don't think that was a broken bat. I think he actually just threw the thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then you watch the replays, and you see Todd going through the swing, and as he was talking about, it was slippery, and it slipped out, and right after it slipped out, it connected right in the sweep spot, and went over.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Go figure, right?
But oh yeah, no, it was great having Todd on again. And here's the thing, people: if you have an actual Jersey story that you'd like to talk about, or you have some interesting things that people may be interested in Jersey, please contact us. You can reach us at our email, which is whatexitpodcast@gmail.com. You can get us on Twitter at exitwhat. Yeah, not as cool as Flava Frage 21. No, we got exit what? You can also visit our Facebook page, and please, share our pod with your friends, your family, your coworkers, whoever you can find. If they'd like to know a little about Jersey, the people that come from here, the events that happened, historical, and some of the crazier things too, please share our podcast. So,
well said, Nick.
Yeah.
And Chris, is there anything that you'd like to promote, good sir, and serious matters possibly?
I have two things that I would like to promote. One being a shared universe where you could get your beautiful podcast recorded, live streamed, or anything else. Obviously, you guys are some of our happiest clients.
We are.
Oh, yes.
So we thank you very much. Two, Serious Matters has a benefit show going on with the NJ Local Fix for A Need We Feed, supporting veterans who are starving, who need food. And we'll be playing a show October 9th at the Headliner in Neptune City,
Wow.
New Jersey. The tickets are online right now. There are links everywhere. It's sponsored by State Farm, and it's going to be an absolute amazing time.
Awesome.
That's a great venue, Chris. I used to play there back in the day.
Yeah.
At the Headliner. Yeah.
I'm so hyped
perfect
for
place,
it.
and it's big, so you can get a great crowd for such a good cause.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Well, Chris, thank you as always for
thank you, Chris.
helping us put this all together.
Yep.
Thank you guys for giving me the best podcast we've had today. This is awesome.
Hooray.
Awesome.
We had fun.
Yeah, and thank you to our guest Todd Frazier again. Thank you for the time, Todd. Yeah, thank you, Todd, father. Of course, that means he'll have to ask a favor of us now.
That we can't refuse.
That we can't refuse.
Todd Father's Pizza coming soon, too.
Hey, there's an idea.
Right? Yeah.
We're going to copyright that one now.
Yeah, right.
It's copyrighted along with what was that? When we talked with Comics on Cannabis, DoorHash.
Oh, with Ed?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Derek. Yeah, DoorHash.
Ed and Derek, yeah.
Yeah, we got to have those guys on again.
I know, right?
They are great.
They were.
But for What Exit Jersey Stories, I've been Nick Franco.
And I'm Pete Riario.
And
I'm Chris Madd Jr.
Thank you, everyone.
Have
Good
a
night.
wonderful night.
Take care, all.